that's how she got the child back. That's all I can say.
Honestly, she got the child back because they were being extremely unfair.
Well,
They lied on me in court and all type of stuff.
Beard versus Hawkins. Father's motion for custody is what he's asking for. I've set up other hearing dates for custody, the latest 6/15, but you didn't show up for that one. So we dismissed a prior request for custody. There still is not a court determination for custody, so I have to set up a hearing. However, and I will say that plaintiff is not present. I assume you gave her a copy of this motion at some point?
Yes, sir.
How'd you do it? Hand it to her
Through mail.
through the mail?
Yes.
All right. You think she got it? I mean,
yes. Since the date that I believe she has got it, since then I have not been able to talk to Kyrie. So,
all right. Well, here's the biggest problem. All right. I know there is currently an NA case, an abuse neglect case. All right, that is pending.
yep.
It is in front of Judge Hillary. I have the case here. I think it is 22-52675, maybe, regarding Kyrie. There's four kids in the NA case. They were removed from her care at one point. You were not a respondent to that case, so the child, Kyrie, was given to you and has been with you for some period of time. Looks like the latest order from July returned Kyrie to mother. That's through the NA case. I'm not sure the exact date that the child was returned, but the child was returned to mother. I don't know if you have any other orders in this case, but number one, I can't overturn what the NA case does. You have to understand that. I can't overturn it. That case controls right now, okay? And I just can't do it. You're asking for custody. I wish you would have shown up on 6/15 because you probably had the child.
Can I explain why I didn't show up?
It doesn't really matter though, because you didn't show up and you did have the custody.
Because I reached out to your secretary and the court date was changed based off of something that happened with you, and which is understandable. But the date that it was switched to, I had an incident with myself, and I explained that to your secretary, and I don't know what happened with communication, but she told me to file a complaint.
It really doesn't matter because it was over a year ago and nothing's been brought up since then. Okay, so I'm just telling you, I have to have a custody hearing because custody has not been determined by the court at this point. It was through a DS case, and that says in the DS case, and that's why we were scheduling the first time, is basically that initial custody is given to the mother. Initial custody of the child is given to the petitioner mother without prejudice to the determination of either parent's custodial rights until otherwise determined by the court or agreed by the parties. There's been no agreement by the parties. I have to have a custody hearing. I'll set up a custody hearing on this. I'm just telling you that no matter what I do at the time, the NA case will tell where and when custody will be until that case is dismissed. It's just the way the law goes. All right.
They're the ones who asked me who told me to go through with this. So.
Who was?
The judge and the agency that's working with the case.
Okay, I'm telling you, I'm going to set up the hearing. I'm just explaining some of the stuff that I can and can't do. I can make a determination of custody, but even if I were to say you have full custody and parenting time doesn't go to mom, she doesn't get any parenting time except 1 hour a week, it wouldn't matter because as long as the NA case is open, the NA case places the kid with mom, and that's where the child has to be. Okay. Now, sooner or later, the NA case, I assume mother has worked a treatment plan, and that's how she got the child back. That's all I can say.
Honestly, she got the child back because they were being extremely unfair.
Well,
they lied on me in court and all type of stuff.
I'm just, she's gotta be, I can't determine that. All I know is Judge Hillary returned the child to mother, okay? So that's what happened. So we may have to deal with this somewhere down the road. We'll give you a custody hearing when we have a time available. You're going to have to look and read at what we send you because it requires certain things for you to do, like file a trial brief and stuff like this. So the exchange witnesses, if you haven't exchanged witnesses and you bring in a witness, you can't have that person testify. If you bring in exhibits and you haven't exchanged them prior to the trial, you can't put them in, right? I'm just warning you so that you read what is there and don't come in and just say, what? You don't have an attorney. Was it Roman Kosoric represents all the fathers at one point?
Yes.
Does he represent you still?
Roman, Mr. Kasoric does not communicate with me. I've reached out to him
Not
plenty of
asking you
times.
that. I'm asking you, I think he's still appointed to represent you, isn't he? I'm not
Yes.
sure because you're
Technically,
not a
yes.
respondent, okay?
Yes.
The only reason I'm telling you some of that is because I'm trying to tell you, you should get some assistance on the custody trial. Because you don't, I'm sorry to say this, but I don't think you know what you're doing with it, right? I know you're gonna come in and say, I want it because I've had the kid and this kind of stuff. There are certain,
I have plans on getting an
Oh,
attorney
here.
by the next hearing.
you have plans of hiring somebody?
Yes.
Oh, you have no idea how great that would be, all right, for you. All right. I really hope you can do that. All right. So look at the stuff we send you. It's not gonna be a hearing really quick because I gotta have a half a day and we're booked out till November or beyond that. So we'll get it to you as quick as we can and we'll see you in court when you have that hearing, okay?
Okay.
Good luck.